Hi everyone, my name is Michaela. I'm currently enrolled in Vera Kennedy's Social 174 online class. I'm here to talk about what I liked about the course or any issues I experienced, and then I'm going to explain to you maybe my feedback on how the course could be redesigned or implemented, and some advice for any student out there that's looking to take this course. So what I really liked about this course was that it was online only. I didn't necessarily have to be at Fresno State to take this course, although using the Oporto virtual lab for some of the computer applications was a little bit laggy, a little slow, but that's to be expected when you're using these applications at home or on your own laptop. It might not have the same processing power as a desktop. So I did have to, luckily I did have some classes that were on campus, so I was able to use the Sociology computer lab to go ahead and access some of these computer programs. But needless to say, it was easy to use them on your laptop. You just had to make sure there was enough time for you to access those applications. I did like that the course is very detailed. It gives you enough information to understand what is expected of you and how grades are to be calculated along with a grading rubric. I did also like the topics that we explored and the fact that we were able to design and create our own program or intervention model for like a hypothetical it was a hypothetical intervention for your own Google survey. So you administer your survey, you analyze the data, and then you can go ahead and create an intervention program for that specific data or problem that you gathered from your Google survey, the initial one. Again, any issues that I experienced were basically just accessing the programs at home. They are quite slow. I don't know if that's at fault of Fresno State or maybe it's just the computer programs itself are too big for the processing power of a conventional laptop. You definitely cannot do this type of course on your phone or tablet. A laptop or desktop would even be better just to process the data faster. The course content was easy to understand and digest, and we did have to listen to some podcasts and watch some YouTube videos, but overall it was fairly easy to comprehend, especially since this is a Tier 3 course. So a lot of the content that you cover in this class you have already touched on or should have previously touched on in other sociology courses. Materials, you didn't need a book, so you did not need a book to clarify, which was great. So another cost down for this class in particular, especially considering how many books you would need to buy when you are obtaining your undergraduate degree. The only thing that I could recommend is, although this is a 3-unit course, you will have to spend a lot of time on this course. There is enough time to get the assignments done, but I would recommend the sooner you start them, the better, because you will be able to relook over your work, make sure that links work, make sure that you have the full criteria of what's needed for each assignment to be submitted. And then, I would say that's pretty much it. Maybe face-to-face would be a little bit better for this course as well, like taking in a computer lab, because it is so heavy on the computer applications. But honestly, if you have the patience and you're willing to, and you're comfortable with accessing and using technology at home, I don't see why you couldn't take this course, and it would be easily manageable for to tack on to a full load of courses. If you want to take this class, like I said, be prepared for time management skills, be prepared to use technology and to allow yourself to formulate a draft and then reformulate another, so that way you can make sure that you get everything all dialed in before you submit your task. Overall, I enjoyed the course, and that's all the advice I can give about this class.